Hey Leo, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your February 2019 singles read. So I don't know if you saw the announcement or not, but I'm splitting the reads up into singles and anybody looking to reconcile. Because I just thought it would be a nice change, and then you guys wouldn't have to sit through, you know, both groups read. So hopefully you guys like it. If you don't, let me know. I could change it back. Not a big deal at all. I just figured all the energy then in the read could be focused on, you know, the particular group, singles or reconciliation. So, Leo, this is your February 2019 singles read. It is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope this resonates with everybody, but always check your Sun, Moon, and Rising, as some months those may resonate with you more than others, because this is a general read. So just keep that in mind. Again, hopefully everybody is doing well. We like that card. You know, Valentine's coming up. I always wonder how people feel. I keep saying in my videos that, you know, I'm always interested to hear what people think about Valentine's Day, because I already have friends who are, you know, bitching about it, and then friends who are decorating for it. So just very interesting to me. And I'm just kind of like, really? It's another day. It's kind of like your birthday. You're just getting, I'm just getting one day older, or 1 year older, one day older. Then I'd be really old at this point. All right. So Leo, any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description. And I do like to just reiterate that, because I get emails daily asking me for private read information, and it is below. So if for some reason I forget it in the video, this video, it's in the video right next to it. All right, let's see what is going on for Leo. February 2019 for the singles. Whoops, single and ready to mingle, right? All right. See what is going on here. All right, let me shuffle the theme of the month, and then we'll get started. Leo, Leo, Leo. Hopefully good stuff, right? It's the beginning of the year. Everybody's starting to wake up from the end of last year and come into the new year. Slowly but surely we start to rise for the occasion, right? All right, last shuffle, and then we'll pull your theme of the month and get started. All right, what is Leo's theme of the month? Oh, the Lovers. All right, so love coming in, definitely on your mind. Definitely something that you're focusing on. Not focusing totally. I feel like you're taking it day by day, step by step. But it is something that you're definitely interested in. Maybe you've had a closed off period for a while. Maybe you're just in love with the idea of love right now. I know some of you are groaning and going, I'm not, I have no interest. Well, then this isn't your read. But the Lovers coming out as the theme of the month definitely says that you're interested. Definitely says that you wouldn't turn a blind eye if it was coming in your direction. And some of you may already be dating and meeting people and feeling the love this month, feeling like there's some suitors out there and some people, you know, worth talking to and getting to know. The first card you okay, so if you're telling me you're not interested, then I'm gonna say BS, because not that you're not interested, but I think some of you, you know, may have been burned, and so you're a little skeptical of it. But you have the Two of Cups coming up for your current position. So Leo, who did you meet? You either met somebody that you really like, you're about to meet somebody you really like, you are on the precipice of feeling, you know, maybe you're really intuitive and you're like, this is the month, or this is like, it's coming up in the next couple weeks, because you have the Two of Cups here, twin flame card, karmic card, soulmate card. Everybody corrects me on what they think it is. The bottom line of the definition of the Two of Cups is a solid attraction, is a solid connection. It is a deep connection. It's not just a la-di-da. It's a very special connection with somebody that you're extremely attracted to. Again, it's an intimacy on a much deeper level. And to have the Lovers as your theme of the month and come in with this, I don't really know that we need to read anything else, because this says to me, you know, if you haven't met this person, or if you're not dating already, this I would start, because this obviously is a sign that the universe is saying, hey, Leo, get out there, mingle. You're single, ready to mingle. Even if you don't feel like it, I feel the groans. Guys, I feel groaning right now. But I would, if this is what I'm pulling in the very beginning of my read, I would be like getting out right now. All right, the next card you see, and this makes sense. That's why I'm hearing groaning, or that's why I'm hearing whatever, it never happens to me, because you have the Tower. This is how you're feeling. So this is what you want. This is like the theme of the month. But the Tower is how you're feeling. Devastation. You've been betrayed before. You've had, this is a relationship at one point that you had that was really successful. You thought things were really good. And it was just completely torn down in front of your eyes. Everything, it was complete and total destruction of something you thought you knew. And so this is going to this is going to hurt or burden any chance of this coming in if you don't clear that energy. If you don't, and I know you're going to be like, hey, easier said than done. You know, like, I've just been hurt in the past, and every time I think I'm on one path, I get brokenhearted. But this time it's going to be different, because there's something here very staticky, very electrifying in this read. Like, immediately I can feel it. That's very, like, now's your time. And I know you're probably like, oh God, I've thought this before, but I'm telling you, you've got to get past this. Now, this may also be your walls need to be broken down. Like, you've just got a million walls up right now protecting yourself, which rightfully so. But you're like, you're waiting for something so substantial to come in and kind of break those walls down, if that makes sense. All right. The next card you have, I don't know why these are giving me such a hard time. My nails aren't even that long. The next card you have is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. And you have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a spark. It's curiosity. It's a confidence. So that definitely tells me that this Tower moment is coming from something. The Page of Wands is either you have not had success in dating or relationships, period. Because I feel like somebody out there, it could be one person, is literally telling me like, oh, it's never going to happen. I'd rather be alone than go through the pain of love and then hurt and then love and then hurt, etc. The Page of Wands, though, is the universe's way of saying, look, like, there's a spark, a curiosity coming your way, and just pay attention to that and just understand you've had it before. Majority of you've had something special. Majority of you felt something very significant and very special with somebody. And the universe putting this card here is saying, okay, like, try it again. Light the match, and we'll cover the explosion. So the universe is saying, like, we'll have your back. Just get out there a little bit. Just spark your curiosity. Just pique your interest a little bit like you have done in the past. And this time we'll meet you with an explosion. This time we'll meet you with something substantial, or at least a lot better of a situation than what you've dealt with in the past. The next card you have is your immediate past. So over the past few weeks, past month or two, and you have the Eight of Cups. Makes sense. This is stagnation. It's slow moving. It's not moving in the direction you want. It's dissatisfaction. Ho hum, ho hum. That's what you're carrying on about right now. But this is what you have in store for you. This, I understand. I've dated, and I've done the online dating. I've done this type of scenario before. I've done meetup groups. Trust me, the groan has come from me as well before. But the Eight of Cups is a dissatisfaction because it feels like it's not moving, and we feel like we're wasting our time, or you feel like, Leo, I just see you being like, why even bother? Like, it doesn't happen for me. Or if I do meet people, that they're, you know, disingenuine, they're jerks, etc. So I feel this very negative energy coming from Leos regarding dating, regarding love. And I understand, and I can feel the reason why, because this says a lot, okay? And I get that. But I implore you that the universe is trying to tell you, like, try again. At least put a little energy into seeking out. If you have been lately and it hasn't been working, change it up. Change your profile. Go on a different site. Decide not to online date at all and do meetup groups or do a matchmaker, whatever, because there's something out here for you. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next month or two, and you have the Moon, which is Pisces card. So you could be dealing with Pisces. And this is Gemini's card. So you could be dealing with a Gemini. But the Pisces card here, the Moon, is an illusion. It's fear of the unknown. And I think that's what's holding you back, because it's like, if you could have a crystal ball that could tell you where your future was going with each of these people, you would be much happier right now. Because the Moon is saying, look, I always use the example, you're in the woods, there's a sliver of a moon, and you see this giant obstacle in front of you. And you're like, okay, that's either a bear that can eat my frickin' feet, or it's a giant rock and there's nothing to be worried about. And this is kind of how I feel you're going, like a turtle, slow pace, which is not a bad thing, but don't fear something that hasn't happened. It's almost like you self-sabotage things that are coming into your life, things that could hold this type of potential because of these past moments. And so the Moon is like your distant future, and we're going to clarify that and get a little more information here in a minute. But the Moon is almost like because you don't know how it's going to end. It's almost like you had abandonment issues and people left you. And like, even back to like mom or dad, somebody left your family, somebody, you know, deserted you and your siblings, or your, you know, your mom was left by your dad, etc., vice versa, whatever. The moon, because this immediately screams to me like you would rather leave them first than have them leave you. Like, you don't deal with the leaving well. You don't deal with somebody not wanting to be with you well. Not that anybody does, but for some reason it's extremely hard for some of you. And so the moon is like, even if you think that there's a glimpse of something that could go wrong, you're out, you're gone, bye, checking out. Like, give it the benefit of the doubt, because the moon, again, is a fear or an illusion of something that's not there, that hasn't happened, or that you don't know, you can't foresee because you're not a fortune teller. And so it's kind of like you'd rather get out of a situation before it gets bad than actually, you know, go all the way through it. Either way, it sucks, because either way you're leaving a situation that could potentially be good that you're sabotaging, or you're going to have to live with it not going good. And either way, you're in a sucky situation. How about thinking that maybe this time it could actually be a fulfilling, healthy relationship? I know, easier said than done, but if you think that way instead of waiting for the other shoe to drop, then you might have a little more success, but feeling successful in, you know, sticking through it. The next card you have is the Six of Cups, and this is how you're gonna, or this is the next few weeks in February. Okay, this is your immediate future. And the Six of Cups is a reminiscing. It's looking back. It's meeting somebody. Now, this could be somebody from your past coming in. This is not a reconciliation read, but that doesn't mean that singles don't have people come in. And I definitely feel like this is you either remembering a situation that was a pleasant experience, it was a pleasant relationship that you had, it was a pleasant dating experience, and you're kind of reminiscing, going, hey, meditating, looking back, going, you know, that's what I want. Now, this is also like when you're a child or young adult or teenager and you're thinking, you know, 10 years from now, I want to be married with 6 kids, 2 dogs, you know, whatever it is to you. Or I want to meet my life partner and go travel the world for the rest of my life, or whatever it is. The Six of Cups is like you remembering the things you've always wanted. And now it's like, now's the time to go get it. Now's the time to make a move. Even if you make a little move, a little move is better than no move. All right, the next card you have is something that's going to happen throughout the month of February. Could be the beginning, middle, end. It could last for 20 minutes. It could last for 3 days. This is a King of Wands. This is somebody, I feel, coming in who is very confident. They have good morals, good, you know, a good sense of self, and they're very magnetizing. And I think they're going to scare the shit out of you. And that's why you're going to be feeling like this fear that hasn't happened. Because this person, even with your begrudging feeling on some of you, not everybody, not every Leo is going, oh, love sucks, or I've had, but I just get this overwhelming sense that a lot of you are like, I'd rather be alone than to deal with the BS, which I get it. Trust me, I have been there plenty of times. The King of Wands, though, is somebody who's going to come in and they're going to like you, be attentive, be romantic. They're going to actually put in the effort, which I think then in turn makes you more nervous, because you're like, wait a minute. Is this real? Are you playing a game with me? So Leo, you just got to kind of try and get out of that mindset, because this person not only will kind of break down this wall a little bit more and encourage you to feel a little more secure around them, this will also build your confidence. And then you start glowing. It's like you guys are magnetic towards each other and you build each other up. The next card you have is how you're going to feel throughout the month. Okay, and you have the Hanged Man, and this is better than the Tower, right? The Hanged Man is sacrifice. It's self-wisdom. So I think that you're at some point going to feel like, well, you know, maybe I will sacrifice some extra time for this person, or maybe I will let my guard down a little bit more from this person, because I just feel something magnetic towards them. The Hanged Man is saying, all right, I'm willing to sacrifice. It feels like you're going to feel that way towards 1 or 2 people. I feel like a single person, but you may date a few people to get there or talk to a few people. The Hanged Man, though, is definitely you saying, okay, you know, I might be willing to like spend extra time with this person, or maybe, you know, get a little lovey-dovey with them. At first, I'm feeling like this hard, like, you know, I'm just going to be very careful because I don't want to get screwed over. But yet I think like you're going to start to feel a little more indulgent, if that makes sense. The next card you have are your hopes and fears. So the Ace of Pentacles is a great card. I love this card. This is definitely a hopeful card. this is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And the Ace of Pentacles is opportunities. It's a plethora of opportunities, and it's potential. That's all you want, is to see some potential, and then you'll feel better moving into those baby steps. You'll feel better, like if you see one person that might be good suitor. Okay, all right, so this is cool. You know, there are some decent people left out there. And then like, oh, another person, okay. And this is new beginnings. And I think that's what you want. Like, you don't want these tower moments. You don't want the dissatisfaction. You don't want the negativity. That's not Leo style. Leo style is incredibly gracious and very enthusiastic and very passionate, and very compassionate. And that's what you're looking for. You're like, I want a new beginning that proves me wrong, that proves my past wrong, that proves that, you know, there are some diamonds in the rough left out there for me to discover. All right, the next card is your outcome. I don't know why these cards are being difficult. Your outcome is, yeah, the Ace of Cups. Okay, so Leo, get out and start dating, please, if you're not already. Because, I mean, those are the best cards you could have in a reading about love. The Ace of Cups is love. It's also new beginnings. You have two aces here. Double aces, meaning, you know, new beginnings, new potential. The Ace of Cups is a new beginning. It's an attraction. It's a friendship. So what if you want to move a little slower? So what if you want to take your time? So what if you want to make sure that, you know, you see people for who they are, and you know that you're being treated the way you deserve? That's fine. Take all the time you need in the world, because this king, he's all about moral standards, and he's going to be right there with you going, he's going to be feeling the same way. And he's like, hey, take all the time in the world that you need. And your outcome is that you start feeling some very deep gratification, some very deep gratitude towards this person who's coming in. Again, I think you might date a few people, but I think that you're going to narrow it down pretty quick, or that, and it may even be like an organic, you know, you meet this person like at your kid's school, or at a friend's party, or something along those lines. Okay, now your clarifying card for this ace is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is about wishes. It's about wish fulfillment. It's about dreaming. Now, the only thing with this is, the other thing about the Seven of Cups is about temptation. So I just heed you to be very careful. I feel like you may have a few people that come in that are interested, and your gut is going to tell you that one of them is maybe like just saying what they think you want to hear, you know, like they're the whole package, or you think they're the whole package. And just watch that person, okay? Just be careful, because I feel like you have this king who's going to be tried and true, and then you're going to have this other person who's going to come in who's going to be like, hey, baby, how you doing, blah, 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 and you're going to be like, hey, and then, yeah, they're like a player. Or, so anyways, my whole thing is, if it's too good to be true, if it seems too good to be true, if it quacks like a duck and it acts like a duck, then it's a duck, okay? But I don't put too much energy into that. I think you're going to figure it out pretty quick, because you have this lining up for you. And this may be why the moon's here, because you're going to be like, wait a minute, is this person like somebody I've known from the past? Is this person, you know, and it might even be that this person, that there is somebody coming in from your past who's like, hey, how's it going? Like, they just pop up randomly. It could be from like years ago, and they pop up randomly, and you're like tempted to like, and then you realize, no, because this person was not a good person for me. This person was not like, no. So just be careful with that. Again, you have so much good going on here. I would be like dating immediately if I were you, if you're not already dating. And if you are, I would just be spicing it up a little bit, or ramping it up. Now, you have the Eight of Pentacles crowning the moon, and that's a work. It's a dutiful, it's a hard work, and putting a lot of energy into it. So I feel like you're going to almost feel like dating is work to a certain extent, because you're being so cautious, because you're being so diligent. But that's okay, because I think that's the best way to get over the insecurities of the things that you've had to deal with before. I wanted to clarify that, though. And you have the King of Pentacles, which is stability. This is wealth. This is definitely a very strong, capable individual. And I think that you guys are going to build on each other. And I think that this King of Pentacles is here to stay, because, again, this is very businesslike. This person's almost like, you know, I'm very interested in getting to know you, even if you need, you know, a plethora of time to trust me, to build up to feeling secure around me. That's perfectly fine. I'm in it for the long haul. This person is not going anywhere. And again, you guys may start off as friends, because the Ace of Cups is very much loving and excitement, like the butterflies in the stomach, but it also represents new beginnings in friendship and in love. So this may be somebody who's like, hey, and you're like, well, you know, I can do friends right now. I can do some dating, but, you know, I'm not going to rush into anything right this second. And they'll be like, hey, it's all good. But I think you have some amazing things coming with those 3 cards in your read. So, all right, Leo, I hope you have a great month. I'll see you in March.